8:35, it's time now for Keller at Large.
Here's Jon Keller.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us. It seems you cannot talk about politics these days without talking about the media and the way it covers politics. And between that and some major new developments in the local media landscape, this is a perfect time for us to check in with Northeastern University journalism professor Dan Kennedy. He's a media critic and author, most recently, of The Return of the Moguls, How Jeff Bezos and John Henry Are Remaking Newspapers for the 21st Century. And Dan, welcome.
Thank you, John.
Good to have you here. So last week, the holding company that owns Gatehouse Media, which publishes dozens of Massachusetts weeklies and I believe 9 dailies, Worcester T&G, Patriot Ledger, Brockton Enterprise, just to name a few, they bought out Gannett, the publishers of USA Today and many other papers around the country, creating a huge, really dominant new Gannett company. What are the implications of this merger for us here in Massachusetts?
The implications probably are not much. As you say, Gatehouse has an enormous presence in the greater Boston area and environs. Gannett's only paper is the Burlington Free Press in Vermont, at least in New England. So I don't really see a big difference coming. Both of them are relentless cost cutters and have hollowed out newsrooms everywhere. At the same time, I think both companies have been focused on figuring out how to reinvent their business for the long term. I'll at least give them that much. To me, the most important thing is that MNG Enterprises, which I believe is this week's name for the company formerly known as Digital First, they've been shut out. And we certainly don't want to see them expanding because they're just hollowing out their papers and crashing and burning.
They're the ones that bought the Herald, right?
The Herald, the Lowell Sun, the Enterprise and Gazette in the Sentinel and Enterprise in Fitchburg. I'm sorry, I mangled that.
What are you hearing about the Herald and its viability, which we're a couple of years out from the sale, right?
Well, they continue to cut. Recently, the sports editor of the Lowell Sun and the assistant sports editor both had their jobs eliminated. Imagine you don't need a sports editor anymore. The sports editor wrote a rather measured column in which he did take some shots at MNG, and the company took it down. And I was able to reproduce it on my blog, and I got a lot of good reaction to that.
If people want to read that, where are they finding it?
It's at dankennedy.net.
Okay.
And, you know, they just seem to be hollowing out these papers to the point where eventually they'll just walk away.
Well, and that's it.
And that's it.
Well, if we're going to talk about the Herald, let's also talk about the Globe. The decline continues. It's affecting all newspapers.
Yeah.
Recently, as a Globe subscriber, I get the print edition delivered at home. I got an 8-page, single-spaced letter advising me that they could cease publication of the print edition at any time and all sorts of other legalese. How much longer can John Henry's patience and willingness to spend last? Well,
you know, that terms of service that you're referring to was really legal boilerplate that I don't really think meant a whole lot. You know, they are supposedly marginally profitable, although they have never reported any numbers, and as a privately held company, they don't have to. They've been doing some hiring lately. As best as I can tell, the Globe is doing reasonably well. At the same time, they are just hammering the newspaper guild, the union employees whose sacrifices have really enabled the Globe to get into the position that it's in.
They staged a walkout the other day.
They staged a walkout. They have filed an unfair labor practices charge with the National Labor Relations Board. So whatever success the Globe is having, it seems to be coming on the backs of the people who are doing the work every day, which is really unfortunate.
And it doesn't bode well for the future. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk about a couple of journalistic issues that popped up on the national level this week that stirred up a lot of controversy. Stick with us for that, and we'll continue in a moment.